a new thing. I'm not gonna stay in this position though, because oh my god, my legs already hurt. So you're probably wondering what the heck is even going on, right? Since when is this a thing? I don't know. It's a thing that we're trying out. And it's a thing that I've been thinking about for a while now, okay? This isn't like a moment of I'm kind of impulsively doing a thing. But the majority of this is something I've been thinking about for a hot minute now. And I just have gotten in my head of like, how do I even do this? How do I figure out how to do a vloggy behind the scenes kind of thing without it being weird or me not knowing what I'm doing? And like most things in my life, I need to just do it and go from there. I'm gonna eat samosas first though. So that's what's in the cards for right now. I think the main reason that I'm considering just doing this now is partly because a lot of the creators that I follow are talking about Vlogmas right now. Don't get any ideas. But because of that, like lots of people are talking about vlogging. I quite like vlogging in like a certain extent. Like I kind of like just seeing people whose art or stuff that I like, how they just kind of like live their everyday life, because it's usually just like the rest of us mortals. And I also think specifically why today is because I'm very unmotivated. And I think that doing this, a new thing that I have to kind of figure out as I go, will one, like spark that part of my brain that really likes new stimuli, and also will make me do stuff, because a vlog without stuff happening is co-working. I don't know what you guys would want or what even I want, but I'm hoping that this will encourage me to do stuff. I mean, I made food, so that's like one step. So anyway, we're gonna try a thing and see what happens and have some fun with it. Your guess is as good as mine. In a stunning turn of events, my brother has invited me to go to the bookstore with him, so let's go bookstore. Welcome to my floor. I didn't film anything whilst at the bookstore because I'm weird about recording in public, and my brother was with me and he did not consent to be put on the internet, so it was just easier for me to not do it. But we've got a bit of a haul, okay? We went to a couple of places besides just the bookstore, so I also have movies. I have a DVD buying problem, and I think it's because, one, the nostalgia, and two, I don't like having subscriptions to streaming services because they just take away the stuff that I like. And three, this way I always know that I can watch it. You know what I mean? I just want to know I can watch the movie that I want to watch. And there's something about having like a physical collection. It's like books, right? I like having like a physical book. So we'll get to that. Book-wise though, I only bought stuff that I've already read. I don't know. I got a copy of Much Ado About Nothing, because this is my favorite Shakespeare play, and I don't actually own a copy of it. But I actually worked on a production of this. I was stagehand stuff and like props and things like that. So there's a certain nostalgia to this. Then I got the first volume of Solo Leveling, which I've been meaning to get some physical copies of this for a while because I've been reading it on Patreon, and every time they go through it, I have to gush about how cool the art is. It's such a gorgeous piece of work, and a lot of the time when I own manga, manhwa, comics in physical copies, a lot of the time that's because the artwork is just beautiful, so I keep it as like a reference, and I like having like a physical copy of it for that. And hey, local bookstore. And then I got The Butcher Game, which is a crime novel, and it's actually the second book in the series. I'll have to buy The Butcher and the Wren because I don't own that one. I have read both of them. This is a fairly new book, so I'm a little bit surprised that I got a copy of it at a secondhand shop. This came out this year, so I'm not sure what happened, but I own a copy of it now. And then I have what was definitely a library book has made its way into my collection, like so many other library books. My local library just has a section where you can go in and you can take any of the books, and all you have to do is like leave a donation of some kind if you can. So I go in there all the time, and I end up just walking away with whatever books they're getting rid of for whatever reason. But I got An Ember in the Ashes. I legitimately love this series. It's really difficult for some reason for me to find copies of it, but I remember I got this version from the library and read it. It might have even been this one. Honestly, this might be the actual book that I borrowed all the way back when it was new. And it's a really cool fantasy story. Just like turn my brain off and read, you know? And that's kind of what all of this is for this particular haul of books. Fun fantasy, fun crime thriller. I mean, I guess a fun comic, but the first volume's pretty intense, actually. But art reference, that's always fun. And a fun Shakespeare comedy, because I'm a dork. So that's how I like to spend my time. So those are the books that we got. And we also got some movies because I can't help myself, okay? You put me anywhere near DVDs and I'm walking away with some of them. The ones we got, I restrained myself at least a little bit. I got A Knight's Tale because I'm a dork and this film is actually legitimately so much fun. It's surprisingly historically accurate and inaccurate at the same time. There was research done. Sometimes they're like, yeah, but this is cool. And I appreciate that. I think it fits in to so much of what I love of cheesy fantasy stories that have some cool action scenes in them. I also got Breakfast at Tiffany's because I've read the book, but I've never watched the film. So this might be what I spend my night doing to see what's going on. I know that people have said that the book and the film are quite different. Alright, let's actually record some stuff that's for the channel. Normal reaction stuff. I gotta catch up on Bleach. So I just finished watching Bleach. That's New Blood War episode 34, and what the Jesus Christ was that? I mean, wow. I'm gonna have to watch one of the films I got today because I need to cleanse that from my brain. I got some other work that I need to do though. My head kind of hurts because it's been raining all day and it's raining again. And as someone who has chronic migraines, that's just kind of like a thing. So we'll see how far I get in actually working on stuff. And hopefully it's okay. I might be in my jammies pretty early tonight. So we'll find out. I didn't get very far, but I'm tired. And if we're gonna watch a movie, I'm gonna have to do it now before I fall asleep. Just old people vibes, I guess.